What's up? We are live. It's your boy Brian, the Casual Brian, with another casual podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everybody that's been checking them out through the week. We took a day off yesterday because I was in Chicago for the day, but we are back with the last stream of the week, possibly the last stream of the week. Who knows? I love streaming so much, I might do one on the weekend, but there's no guarantee because we are here. We're live Monday through Friday. This week we've been doing 4. I think next week we're going to try to do 4 as well. And we're just going to keep seeing. We're going to keep exploring and seeing what's a good time. If you have any suggestions, please drop them in the comment section. We are live on my Facebook page, the Casual Podcast Facebook page, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So if you are following or you are seeing this on any one of those platforms, please be sure to follow us for more. So today I want to discuss a couple things. As you can, if you've read the description, we're going to talk about COVID. We're going to talk about lots of stuff. And then at the end, we're going to do some live Twitter reactions because that was a lot of fun. And hopefully there's nothing crazy on my Twitter feed because, it's like the thing about Twitter is that's so tough is that you can just be following anime, and then anybody who likes anime will get brought up in your feed. So you really have such a small amount of control over what's going to pop up on your feed. But I'm feeling adventurous. I'm feeling, we'll see. Hopefully, we won't see anything crazy. I might have to look through it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. But yeah, so the first thing I wanted to kind of talk about was COVID. And it's not so much COVID because, by this point, everybody has their feelings about COVID and they're pretty much set in stone. I'm more wanting to talk about how are we going to deal with COVID together? Because we have to deal with it together. We can't, oh, thank you so much. Gonna show the love. This is so cool. I love the profile, the PFP. Yeah, so like my thing is I really appreciate it, Misty. Thank you. The thing about COVID is just like we can't keep doing what we've been doing, which is like I'm gonna do this, and all those people over there that are doing that, they're wrong, they're messing it up. You know what I mean? That's not working. And any kind of policy that we come up with, it needs to work with the understanding that some people are going to get the shot, some people are not going to get the shot. I don't have room really for people who don't want to wear masks because I think whether you want to get the shot or not, wearing masks kind of is a common. It's a compromise that everybody can do. I'm more okay with people not wanting to get the shot if we can all agree that when we're in group settings, we're going to wear masks because then there's less chance of us spreading to each other if something was to happen. But the reality is, and this is my opinion, I think what makes the situation different is that you have one group that's saying this is a serious situation that we really need to take serious precautions for, and then you have another group on the opposite saying this is nothing, and I'm not going to do anything. You can't make me do anything. I don't want to have any part in addressing this because this is nothing. It's an overreaction. So we have those two extremes, and it's really hard to come up with a strategy. Like it makes me laugh when I hear people like DeSantis or Ron DeSantis call out Joe Biden for not finishing the pandemic or ending the pandemic when he has done everything in his power to go against everything that Joe Biden says. So it's like you can't critique the man on his COVID response when you are actively trying to go against it. I'm not saying which way is right or which way is wrong. I think that there was, pluses for how Florida handled it. And then there was a lot of minuses. It's just when you get down to it, you have to be honest with yourself. What are your priorities? What is it that you're trying to achieve? I don't see how you we can ignore COVID. I think that COVID has shown us that it's a very serious thing. It's a once in a lifetime pandemic, but how what is it worth for you to be inconvenienced? What is it worth for you to have to give up a little bit? And for some people, it's not worth it at all. It doesn't matter how many people die. It doesn't matter how many people get sick. It doesn't matter. That's just life. And I think that's an extremely harsh thing to say, especially having family members who have gotten sick, very sick from COVID. But that's the reality. Some people just don't care. And to them, of course, why would you want to close your business down? I don't that's one thing too. I do not agree. I understand why they closed the businesses down. I think it was the right thing to do, but I thought they did a terrible job of supporting businesses during that closure. If you're going to ask for something like that from people, from everyday people, from regular people, you have to support them. You just have to. It's not a question. It's not up for debate. And they did a poor job of supporting, especially smaller businesses, a lot of mom and pops. Um, in New York, we saw a good amount of small businesses going and they probably won't come back. And that's sad and that's unfortunate. But then, I saw a lot of small businesses that were fine. I don't want to say fine. I'm sure that they took a dip, but everyone, is getting back to what it was, which is nice. So well, it's just, what am I trying to get at? What are my thoughts on COVID? My thoughts are that there's too much polarism. Everyone's on one side and we're not trying to work together. Um, and it just sucks. It sucks because people are losing friendships and relationships, and it's just, you know, I don't know, man. I get frustrated because I feel like on both sides it can get a bit ridiculous, you know? Now I am so I understand people who feel isolated or targeted if they don't think the same way as other people. But, that's kind of the whole as a Democrat, and I don't know how much longer I will be a Democrat because of this very issue. There's so many ways to be isolated on the Democratic Party. Now, granted, I will never be a Republican because I don't find that them as a whole, I don't really support anything that they support. And I don't feel like they have values. Or at least I don't feel like their values reflect mine at all. And I feel like they are actively this is and I am speaking with a very broad brush. I feel like the Republican Party as a party, not individuals, because we are all very different within these parties. But I feel like the party as a whole is actively trying to bring my people back, set my people back. You know, they are the ones who are attacking affirmative action. They are the ones that are pro police. They are the ones that support redlining. They are very much big business, and it just their policies don't tend to be something that's going to make the life of the average African American better. Even though some would debate or they would say, "No, I don't agree with that." And that's fine, but just show me the Republican policy that makes the life of an African American better, and then we can have the discussion. I don't. I think I'm being a little bit too nice about the COVID because while my moral is let's find a way to work together. Let's find a way to where we can respectfully disagree. But I'm going to be real for a second, okay? I don't want to hurt. Attend. I never want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I need to be a little bit real, okay? This this whole situation, in my opinion, is is being dragged out by people who don't want to participate. Okay? So your degree of participation, that's up for debate. That's something that I'm open to. How you want to participate, whether it's getting a shot, whether it's wearing a mask, whether it's just kind of being responsible, testing here and there, controlling your environments, not doing, like business as usual, whatever. That's something I'm open to. But people who just like, I don't, it's not that big of a deal. I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm not going to do anything because it's no big deal. That's those people are the problem. And if you're one of those if you're one of those people, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just saying, don't, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, don't get upset. Like, why are we still dealing with this? The reason why we're still dealing with this is because we have a lot of people who refuse to actually take their head out of the sand and address the issue. And the issue is that we have a pandemic that is killing people, that is putting people in the hospital, that is making children have to go to the hospital to fight for their lives. Come on now. Come on. It's not, it's not nothing. It's something. It's definitely something. And we definitely have to take precautions. And we probably could have been a lot further along if more people were willing to actually join the party. Not saying that they got to take the shot, not saying that they got to go full Fauci, but I mean, that's a perfect example of how people hate Dr. Fauci. What is that? There's a thing I've been seeing online, and maybe it'll be on when we get on Twitter. Joe Rogan saves lives. What are you talking about? I love Joe Rogan. I've listened to probably weeks of his podcast. I love it. I love his podcast. I love Joe Rogan. I think he's funny. I watch both of his specials. But Joe Rogan saves lives? Are we serious? That's how ridiculous we are sometimes as a country. We just go with things and we just start talking right out of our butt. Joe Rogan how does he save lives? If you want to listen to Joe Rogan, that's fine. And what I mean is, if you want to listen to his medical advice, that's fine. But you better have that Joe Rogan money. You better have the money to do what Joe Rogan says. And let me tell you, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. Joe Rogan saves lives. Not only did they say that, they also said Joe Rogan has saved more lives than Dr. Fauci. Hello? Do you know who Dr. Fauci is? Have you heard of HIV and AIDS? I don't get. Dr. Fauci has been there. He was Trump's guy. Trump loved him. Everyone loved him at first. The whole vaccine is Trump's thing. Did you forget about Project Warp Speed? That was Trump. What? It's not just like 3 guys in a factory working on it. The whole world was working on the vaccine. I get a little frustrated when people talk about it was too fast. It's not safe. Safe? What are you talking about? Safe? These are the same people doing all kinds of shots at the bar. I love Taco Bell, but I can't talk to anybody about safe if I'm eating Taco Bell. And I do eat it, and I love it. I love it. And I've never once talked to somebody inside Taco Bell and said, hey, can you tell me what's inside this taco? Because I want to know before I put it in my body. I don't think I've done that about pretty much anything except medication. Medication, I'll look because I want to make sure that I don't have any, what is it called? Like interactions between the medications. But aside from that, come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Get the vaccine. Just get it. Tired of this. I'm tired of this pandemic. It's like we start making progress, start feeling good, get excited, make plans, and then boom, another wave happens. Delta like ruined. It didn't ruin it. I mean, I still went to go see Dave Chappelle, but I was nervous. I was very nervous. I went down to Florida, and yeah, as you can expect, they were loose, super loose. I mean, just no mask, you know. I mean, at least we did testing though. That made me feel a little bit better. Um, but I mean, you know, uh, I don't know. And it's not even just like the safety part of it, which I am concerned. I have a history of asthma. I have vitamin D deficiency. I have hypertension. You know, I work out, I exercise, I try to eat healthy when I can. But, I don't know. I don't think it would be a fun time for me. I feel better now that I'm boosted. But it's not even about just me being worried about my health, which I'm generally not too worried about it. It's about, you know, not being able to do things. There's certain things that I was not able to do because I have to always consider, and I will always consider my family. I can't just go out with certain people because if I happen to bring it back home and give it to them, that's on me. And so, you know, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating, and I'm hoping that we can get out of it. I was hoping we would have been further. I think we would have been further if more people would have gotten vaccinated. I hear a lot of people talking about, well, vaccinated people can share it too. Well, that's true. That is true. But if you're going to say it, say the whole thing. Vaccinated people are less contagious for less time. We have a smaller window where we can actually spread COVID. And if you do not believe me, which you can just simply do some Google searches or, just do wherever you get your information. I would say wherever you get your information from, don't make that your only source, because if I only go to CNN for everything, it's going to give me one slant. You need to go to multiple places so that you have a deeper and broader perspective on things. So I always try to go to like contrasting places to get information. So New York Post versus Washington Post, CNN, Fox, um, because somewhere in the middle is the truth. But a thing to consider for those who say that, well, vaccinated people can spread it. If you look at the difference between what happened in Florida and what happened in New York, you can clearly see the benefits of being vaccinated. Because if the vaccines or the vaccinated were spreading it the same as the unvaccinated or worse, I heard some people say that they were shedding the virus. It's like, what are you talking about? But if we were the same, then New York would have been a disaster. Delta would have tore through New York, but it did not, because we had more people vaccinated. So the vaccines do work. You know, vaccines do save lives. I know some people feel like there's this big conspiracy to hide all the side effects of the vaccine. I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? If you got red tinted glasses, everything's gonna turn up as a red flag to you. People just want to see what they want to see, and it's possible that that's what happens for me. I try my best to be neutral, and I try my best to call out when I see stuff like, for example, the Biden administration is doing a terrible job of messaging, just terrible. You know, now I know a lot of people hate them, so they might just feel like, well, what's the point of even trying? But man, you got to communicate. You got to tell people what it is that you're trying to do, why you're trying to do it, and how it's going to affect them. Because the narrative that Fox is putting out is killing you guys. So anyway, yeah, I went on a bit like that, but I can stay longer. I don't have to make it just a 30-minute stream. Your boy can be here for a minute. I got something at 5 though. What did I have at 5? I don't know. I'm going bowling tonight. Hopefully, because this finger is just jacked up. It feels awful. So yesterday, we're gonna switch topics to something a little bit more light, a little bit more fun. I don't know why the camera keeps like zooming in. I'm not moving that much. I mean, like, come on now. But yesterday I went to Chicago. I did a mileage run, and it was a blast. Oh my gosh. I just realized I didn't go live yesterday. I'm dropping the ball, people. Someone needs to help me out. If you see that I haven't gone live by 11:30, you just hit your boy up. Say, "Hey, Brian, you didn't go live today." Anyway, I did a mileage run. I was about 1,800 miles short of silver status on Delta. So me and my homie Daniel, Pastor Daniel, if you will, some people, to me, we booked the flight to Chicago and back, and then we went in and got like a pizza, but it was cool. The idea was enjoy the lounges, uh, get those miles, and get back, and we did. Pretty good flights, really good flights, actually, especially on the way back. Man, I wish I missed the shot, but coming out of Chicago at night, uh, it was a cloudy night. So then we came up, and when we came out of the clouds, like it was like an ocean because the lights of Chicago were um were coming through the clouds. It was so beautiful. It was so cool. I just didn't think to take a video of it, and I really regret that because it was so cool, and I would love to share it with somebody. You know, one of those things where you're like, oh man, that'd be dope. If you ever seen the movie How to Train a Dragon, it was pretty much like that when he's flying on that when he's first learning how to fly toothless. It was so cool. It was so cool. It was so nice, man. You know, I mean, like, I'm really trying to step out, you know? Like I don't like to fly. I get nervous. And but I've been getting less nervous. I really do think that the lounge helps. I mean, you know, obviously. a couple, having a couple before a flight is definitely going to relax you. I wish I could tap into that like relaxation and like that chill because you know even when like there's bumps, I don't feel as anxious. You know, when I was on tour in Europe, the tour manager said that he takes Valium, and what it does is it's just like it doesn't allow your anxiety to go past a certain point. And I think that's kind of what the lounge has been giving me. Because when I get on the plane, I'm already feeling better. I'm already feeling relaxed. And then also it doesn't hurt. You know, yesterday I flew first class. Now the reason why I flew first class was one, it was super cheap, super cheap. Like the upgrade, I couldn't believe it. It was like comfort plus prices. Um, but I also needed so I went through this 2 days ago, but I'll go through it again. You have to meet 3 points if you're going to get status. Two of the points have to do with your miles, and then two, well, really one, but you can do a waiver, so it's kind of two. Two have to do with your spending. So when you think of miles, most people think about miles traveled, and those are the miles that you can use to like buy another flight, right? And you can get these through spending and all kinds of ways. But when it comes specifically to your status, you can only get miles from flying. So if I take a Lyft, because Lyft has a partnership with Delta, I get miles, and those miles could be used towards buying another flight. But those miles that I'll get from Lyft don't go towards my medallion status. So if you want to get that 25, you have to actually fly. Now, here's the cool thing though. If you fly at a higher seat grade, so Delta Comfort or first class, you get more miles. I think it's almost 3x because when I got there, so I think, pardon me, I think the miles were 1,100. I think it was 1,100 miles to Chicago. When I got there, I was already over my miles just with one trip. So at the very least, it's it's double. And I need to do some research. I need to figure out exactly how much more miles, and then they give you bonus miles too. You know, what I mean, it's just a whole game. I mean, but you got to take the time and figure it out because if you figure it out, you'll save so much money, and your money will be working harder for you, and that's what you want. That's what we want. In 2022, we want our money to be working for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get into some more crazy investments. In fact, what I really would like to be doing if 2022 is successful and I'm at the place where I want to be investing in some other companies, some up and coming companies, not just stock markets. I want to invest in some companies that I believe in. I would love to invest in my cousin's makeup. She's just started. I made a post on Facebook, so if you check out my Facebook page, you'll see her post. She just started releasing her own makeup line, you know, and that's so dope. And I would love to write a check to invest into that company because when she's a millionaire, which I believe she will be, I'll have a piece of that. Get me a piece of that. And but that's what it's all about. Have friends, have people that you believe in their business, and you invest in their business. And then when they blow up, you get a piece of it. That's the game. So anyway, I went to Chicago, came back, had a good time, put out a little vlog, a mini vlog. It's out right now. It's on my Facebook page. It's on Instagram and Twitter. And then I'm going to do a longer vlog. I'm going to release a longer vlog tomorrow. So if you like today's vlog, tomorrow will be longer, a little bit more of Daniel in there. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel is a fun travel companion. Let me tell you something. My man is super chill and just a good time. I really enjoyed spending the day with him and just talking and enjoy, because he also enjoys the travel side of it. The little perks here, the lounge, getting the upgrades. In fact, the whole idea was his, and I wouldn't even have thought to do it if it wasn't for Daniel. So big shout out to Daniel, the man. Going to meet up with him tonight. We're having men's night bowling, which is going to be fun. Hopefully my finger is going to be okay. I think it should be okay because I can't remember which finger is really taking on the majority of the weight when you bowl. But we'll see. I'll bring like a wrap and I'm hope for the best. So anyway, like I promised, I know you all thought I forgot, but I didn't forget. Like I promised, we're going to go through some tweets. Hopefully there'll be nothing crazy. Sometimes it's just crazy stuff on Twitter. Can't hold it against me. Off the bat, what are we looking at? What is this? Hold on. Let me get my framing right first. Is this the best way? Is this the best way? That's not the best way. I think this is the best way. We're going to do it like this. Okay. Let's get over to Twitter. 101 new tweets. Jeez. Kanye West and special guest Drake performed together. All right. Following allegations of excessive force, racist text messages, surprise, surprise, discriminatory misconduct, the Torrance Police Department in California is being investigated by the state's justice. These police. Republicans blame Biden for inflation. So what's their plan? That's a good question. What is their plan? Do the Republicans do anything? I feel that, look, they definitely get stuff done when they're in office. But man, when they're not in office, they don't do anything. They just talk. They are all talk. Dominic Cruz misses weight for his bantam bout, coming in at 140. What was the weight supposed to be? I should know this. Is it 135? Blames it on Dane. Is this a joke? Hold on. Let's go in a little further. Oh, we can't see that. Oh, that's unfortunate. So okay, he was off by 2.2 miles. This is a joke because he's talking about he blames it on Daniel Cormier and his Popeye's chicken. Dom, get it together. Get it together. LeVar Ball says LaMelo doesn't need advice from Michael Jordan. When was the last time he was a champion? What? Now, look, I'm a huge LeVar Ball fan. I know it might surprise a lot of people, but I'm like the biggest LeVar Ball fan. That guy is a legend in my book. I mean, what he did with his sons, just being like a father that believes in his kids. That's a good thing that should have been celebrated. Problem was, he wasn't trying to sell out his boys. He was like, we can be partners, you know. Shout out to LeVar Ball, big baller brand. The brand was garbage, but at least they tried, you know. At least they're doing it, man. No disrespect on anyone doing anything, you know. Everyone wants to sit and talk trash about like LeVar Ball. What are you doing? What did you put out last year? Nothing? You got a line? If you don't have a line, then hush it up. Because let me tell you, it's difficult to start a business, to run a business, to employ people. It is difficult. But this is just stupid. You need to listen to everything that Michael Jordan says. You don't have to follow it, but I would listen to it. I mean, God, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. People are crazy. This combo is finally what? I don't know what that's talking about. Miles Turner had this to say regarding trade rumors. It's clear that I'm not valued as anything more than a glorified role player here. I want something more opportunity. Well, hopefully you get it. I don't even know who you are. No disrespect. I'm just being real. Never heard of you. Never heard of you in my life. But, who does he play for? I can't tell based off that jersey. But I'm not the biggest NBA fan. Man, this fight is going to be so good. Oh, who you got? Let me know in the comments. You got Chandler. You got Poirier, or you got Olivier? I realized the other day when I was doing my stream, I didn't say the A at the end of his name. I'm gonna go Dustin. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gets tapped, if he gets caught in some kind of triangle. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know why. The Lakers are down big to the Grizzlies without Jay Morant. Bro, the Lakers are just struggling. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. People are tripping. The Lakers are going to be fine. Watch. Watch and see. The Lakers are going to be fine. Everybody's overreacting. What is that? Come on, man. What's the beef with Sugar and Cody? His hair looks crazy. Wait, that's Cody. I don't understand people getting into fights at the press conference. Like, I mean, I guess like you're trying to make it seem like I really don't like this person. I don't care if you like him or not. You guys could literally go to dinner before the fight. As long as y'all get in there and y'all bang, I could care less. And I don't know. I guess some people like it, but whatever, man. Spare me. I've seen this truck commercial like 5 times. Oh my God, look at Connor. Getting worked. Oh, here it is. Oh, 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 oh. Oh man, when I saw that like knockout, I lost my mind. Because no one had ever seen Connor get worked like that. I mean, just look at the footwork. Connor is, oh man. Here it comes. Here it comes. Get ready. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. What is he just rocking him? 1, 2, 3s? Oh my gosh. Connor was instantly mean. Yeah, Connor's washed, man. I mean, he was just too good. He was too good and too dominant. And that's what happens. Same thing happened to Anderson Silva. You're just too good, and no one's gonna push you. That's why you got to have even more respect for Amanda Nunes. I mean, she is just, you know, people are they're trying, they're bless their hearts, they're trying, but it ain't working. She is just so dominant. Breaking. Got a little breaking news from Anna. Trump met privately with the rally organizers. Oh, in the White House January 4th. Ooh. Boy, your boy Trump is. But the funny thing about Trump is no matter what he does, he's not going to get in trouble because he never gets in trouble because he doesn't care and his followers don't care. And so whenever they think they got Trump, they don't. And this is going to be no different. You know what I mean? It could come out that this man literally was behind it and they're not going to care. No one's going to care. The left's going to be upset and they're going to holler and they're going to say this is terrible. And like, I did what I had to do. Dana White planning to go to space with the money saved from not paying fire. Oh, that's a retweet. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is so disrespectful. Oh man. Oh man. What does it mean to be legally single? Was she still with Kanye? I thought they got divorced. Oh, oh my gosh. Bro, I don't know where this beef between Dominic Cruz and Daniel Cormier came from, but I'm a little here for it. First, I thought Dom was just being disrespectful, but now I'm like, man, you know what? You better put some respect on my man's name. Oh, cool. This looks like it might be fun. If you don't know about my man for never, he does anime news. It's so dope. I literally watch it every day, every single day. Might not be for like a long, long time, but I'll watch. Sometimes I watch the whole thing though. Anthony Davis is not great anymore. Well, that's not what he wrote. Anthony Davis isn't great anymore. I mean, he's got a ring. Partner. You know, it's funny how people like have these opinions. I mean, I guess they're paid for, right? They're not paid to not have an opinion, so like, don't want to hate on it. Oh my gosh, that last hit, was that necessary? Oh my gosh, I want to see that again. Looked like it didn't need to do that. Oh, oh no, oh my gosh. That last one seemed like it was in the back of the head. Yo, I am really, really looking and thinking about getting into Formula One racing. My friend Carlos he's big into it now. And the other day at Marcelo's, yesterday I think it was, no, 2 days ago, they were talking about it, and it sounded so interesting. There's a Netflix special. I think it's a Netflix special. I'm gonna look at it. Try to decide. Look at it, just flossing on them, flossing. It's like double rings. No one's gonna do anything, and they're not because she's just too good. She's just too good. I mean, it's not even a hate thing. It's just like it is what it is. Be mad if you want to. Anyway, I think that's enough. Yeah, I don't see anything too fun or too funny. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap it. Oh, I wish I can go back to that that Dana White. Oh, it's so weird. It's always so weird to see the stream within the stream. It's meta, but in the good way, not the Zuckerberg way. Anyway, so thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody coming by and checking out the stream. If you're watching this later, let me know where you're watching it at. I know we're here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, as well as Twitter. So we love to hear from you. Let me know if the 4 o'clock works for you. I'm also considering 5 o'clock, but I haven't been nailed down for anything. I might even do something later. The reason why I like 4 p.m. is because it's a time that I think I can consistently do. That's what I'm really trying to work towards, is having a consistent time so I can consistently show up for you, because you are going to be showing up for me. So have a great weekend. If I don't see you then, I mean, I'm going to be live, but I don't know if I'm going to stream again. So have a great weekend, and until the next time, stay casual.